The air hung heavy in the gambling hall. A strange tension crackled through the assembled courtiers. Yudhishthira, righteous and noble, made a fateful decision. He agreed to play. The dice rolled, their fate intertwined with the clatter. Loss followed loss, each one chipping away at Yudhishthira's spirit. Blinded by pride and goaded by Shakuni's cunning, he staked what he had no right to wager: his brothers, his kingdom, and finally his wife Draupadi. Draupadi, the fiery queen, was dragged into the sabha. Her eyes blazed with indignation. Her voice, usually melodious, dripped with venom as she questioned the legality of the wager. The hall remained silent. The elders, the custodians of Dharma, looked away, their silence a deafening testament to their impotence. Duryodhana, drunk on power and malice, reveled in her humiliation. He ordered her disrobed, his laughter echoing cruelly in the stunned silence. But fate had other plans. As Dushasana tried to unravel her sari, a miracle occurred. Yard after yard of fabric materialized, an endless stream protecting her dignity. The miracle served as a stark reminder. Draupadi was no ordinary woman. She was the daughter of fire, the wife of five, a force to be reckoned with. The attempted disrobing was a turning point. It was a public exhibition of cruelty, a blatant disregard for Dharma. Draupadi, her heart aflame with rage and humiliation, swore vengeance. She vowed not to tie her hair until she had washed her hair with Dushasana's blood. The hall remained eerily silent, the weight of her oath heavy in the air. The Kauravas celebrated their victory, oblivious to the seeds of their destruction being sown. Draupadi's humiliation was not just hers alone. It was a blot on the honor of the Pandavas, a festering wound that demanded justice. The dice game, intended to break their spirit, had ignited a fire that would consume them all. Draupadi's humiliation resonated beyond the walls of the Kuru court. It became a tale whispered in hushed tones, a reminder of the fragility of justice and the consequences of unchecked ambition. The incident shook the very foundations of the Kuru dynasty. It set in motion a chain of events that would culminate in the epic war of Kurukshetra. Krishna, the divine charioteer, had witnessed Draupadi's humiliation. He felt her pain, her righteous anger. He appeared before her, offering solace and strength. He reminded her of her inner strength, of her connection to the divine. He promised her justice, but it would not be swift, nor would it be bloodless. Draupadi clung to his words, finding solace in his presence. She knew that her path would be fraught with challenges, but she was no longer alone. She had the support of Krishna, the divine strategist, and the unwavering loyalty of her husbands. The road to vengeance would be long and arduous, but she was prepared to walk it. Her pain became her strength, her humiliation a driving force. She would not let this injustice stand. She would use her pain to fuel her resolve. She would see the Kauravas brought to their knees. She would see justice served, no matter the cost. The Pandavas, stripped of their kingdom, were forced into exile. 13 long years they spent in the wilderness, enduring hardship and privation. Through it all, Draupadi remained their pillar of strength. She bore her own hardships with grace, never letting her spirit break. Life in the forest was harsh. The delicate princess, accustomed to the luxuries of the palace, had to adapt to a life of simplicity. She cooked over open fires, slept on the hard ground, and faced the dangers of the wilderness with courage. Her resilience inspired the Pandavas, reminding them of what they were fighting for. The forest, though a place of hardship, became their sanctuary. It allowed them to regroup, to plan their next move. Draupadi, with her wisdom and strength, played a crucial role in their survival. She reminded them of their duty, their dharma, and their ultimate goal, to reclaim their rightful place. Section 5. A Queen's Defiance. During their exile, the Pandavas sought refuge in the court of King Virata. Draupadi, disguised as a maidservant, served as the queen's confidant. However, their peace was shattered when Kichaka, the queen's brother, cast lustful eyes on Draupadi. Blinded by his desire, he dared to harass her. Draupadi, ever defiant, refused to be a victim. She challenged Kichaka, threatening him with the wrath of her husbands. But Kichaka, drunk on power and arrogance, dismissed her threats. He underestimated her resourcefulness and the depth of her husband's love. This was not the dice game. This was not the humiliation in the Kuru court. Draupadi was not a helpless spectator. She was a woman of action, a queen in disguise. She would turn the tables on her tormentor. She would orchestrate his downfall and reclaim her agency. Section 6. The Maelstrom of War. The Kurukshetra war was not just a battle for land or power, it was a battle for dharma, a war to restore balance to the world. Draupadi, her heart still aflame with the memory of her humiliation, played a pivotal role in the war. She became a symbol of resistance, a beacon of hope for the Pandava army. Her words, filled with passion and fury, ignited the spirits of the Pandava warriors. She reminded them of the injustices they had suffered, the dharma they were fighting for. Her presence on the battlefield was a constant reminder of the stakes of the war. She was the embodiment of their cause, their fight for justice. Every battle won, every Kaurava slain, brought her closer to her goal of vengeance. But with each victory came the bitter taste of loss. She saw her sons, her brothers, her loved ones perish on the battlefield. The war, though necessary, exacted a heavy toll on her soul. Section 7. Vengeance served cold. After 18 days of carnage, the war finally ended. The Pandavas emerged victorious, but the cost of victory was staggering. The battlefield lay littered with the bodies of fallen heroes, a grim testament to the destructive power of war. Draupadi, standing amidst the carnage, finally faced Dushasana. He was brought before her, trembling in fear. Her moment of vengeance had arrived. With cold fury, she ordered his death. Bhima, fulfilling his oath, tore open Dushasana's chest, and Draupadi finally washed her hair with his blood. The air crackled with the raw energy of her pain, her rage, her triumph. Years of pent-up anger, of humiliation and pain found release in that moment. But the satisfaction was short-lived. The blood on her hands, a grim reminder of the price of vengeance, could not wash away the pain of her loss. Section 8. The Ashes of Victory. The Pandavas had won the war, but they had lost almost everything else. Their sons, their friends, their families all gone. Draupadi, her vengeance fulfilled, was left to pick up the pieces of her shattered life. The victory felt hollow, a Pyrrhic victory achieved at a terrible cost. She mourned the loss of her sons, their laughter forever silenced. She shared Gandhari's grief, understanding the pain of a mother who had lost her children. In that shared sorrow, Draupadi began to understand the futility of vengeance. The cycle of hatred had only brought more pain. The war was over, but the scars remained. The wounds of the past ran deep, a constant reminder of the human capacity for both love and hate. Draupadi, her spirit weary, had to find a way to heal, to rebuild her life from the ashes of war. Section 9. Reflection in the Pool of Sorrow. Draupadi's journey is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. She faced unimaginable hardship, suffered great loss, yet she never gave up. She fought for what she believed in, for justice, for her loved ones. Her story is a timeless reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope and courage can prevail. But her journey is also a cautionary tale. It highlights the dangers of unchecked ambition, the destructive power of hatred and revenge. The Kurukshetra war, a testament to the futility of war, serves as a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict. Draupadi's story is a complex tapestry of strength and vulnerability, of love and loss, of vengeance and forgiveness. It is a story that continues to resonate with readers centuries later, offering valuable lessons about life, loss, and the enduring power of the human spirit.